Welcome to the MCAT Multimedia Series, a MCAT analysis of Martin Luther King's Why We Can't Wait. How can African Americans abolish racial inequality in society? Martin Luther King Jr. sought to justify his answer of nonviolent resistance in his 1964 book, Why We Can't Wait. King argues that nonviolent resistance, such as public protests, sit-ins, and breaking laws enforcing segregation, is the best way to achieve racial integration in America. He stresses that this nonviolent civil disobedience is not the same as patience. African Americans cannot wait for white Americans to give them their rights. Instead, they must assert their God-given rights and freedom and demand others to recognize them by continuing the nationwide civil rights campaign. This means acting now as though they have the same constitutional rights as whites, and so continuing to disobey unjust laws. King draws upon his 1963 campaign in Birmingham, Alabama, which resulted in the desegregation of the city. One of the most powerful features of their nonviolent resistance was the way it turned the prison system to their advantage. In protests and sit-ins, many demonstrators would be jailed immediately to deter further action. However, these civil rights protesters could fill the prisons beyond capacity, grinding the entire prison system to a halt. The result was to force politicians to the negotiating table. As an analogy, King saw racist systems of oppression much like a dam, with the prison system being the weak point. A dam prevents a river's natural flow downstream, controlling it as a reservoir of water and only allowing a regulated amount of water to flow through. A dam cannot be eroded away over time. The only way for it to be broken is by an unprecedented surge of rain, revealing a point which cannot withstand the pressure. And when one point breaks, the whole thing collapses. Similarly, King believed that an unprecedented surge of people in prisons would create the perfect storm to cause cracks in the prison system. These cracks would then extend to the other elements of the oppressive system, causing the entire racist structure to fall. Martin Luther King Jr. was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize later in 1964 for his nonviolence resistance to racial inequality. He was assassinated in 1968 due to his leadership of the civil rights movement, and is today considered one of the greatest leaders in America's history. A more detailed examination of these ideas can be found in the MCAT analysis.